the Saturday came, and the Saturday is a synonym of the trip to the north, in my case. And what can I notice? Today I decided to go a bit earlier. I mean, it's only 8 AM now. I noticed that no one around me, according to the vehicles. I mean, I didn't see any vehicle moving nearby. That's interesting, actually. Interesting. I definitely like it. Yeah. And so about the plans for this trip, I want to spend the time in the park. Yeah. It's not so interesting there in the winter, especially during the meltdown like now, but why not? But the main streets are full of cars, just like as always. Actually, I expected the air to be a bit dirty and damp, yeah, because of the meltdown. But for some strange reason it's so fresh this morning. I don't know why, maybe because there is no wind today, but actually no, I don't think that is the reason. But I definitely like it, yeah. Saturdays are splendid, definitely. And so I finally reached the railway station, and what can I say? That the city is still half empty. I mean half empty because it was absolutely no one around me when I started my trip. But in the city center it's crowded. Yeah, it's a railway station, it's supposed to be crowded there. And fresh. Surprisingly fresh, yeah. For some reason I like that kind of weather. I mean, definitely like, because it's not so cold and not so dry. I mean not dry, I mean wet, yeah, not so wet. Perfect. Definitely it is. Maybe I can spend time in the city, not only in the park, because I have a lot of time this morning, a lot of spare time. Maybe, I'll think about it. And right after the railway station starts the bus lane. Yeah, the road with the bus lane. It's not that I need it or something like that, but it's pleasant to ride through it. Yeah, actually the way to the north is more convenient in the city center. In the city center part it's more convenient to go to the north instead of going back home. But in the outskirts it's easier to go back home because their roads are more convenient. Anyway, I decided that I will not stay here in the city center because I can spend the time there every day that I want, but on the north it's only chance to spend the time only on Saturdays, so I think I will use this chance and spend the whole time there. Perfect plan. What place can I call the most crowded part of the city? Is the street ahead, yeah. The street ahead, I mean it's always overcrowded. The only one place in the city that is full of people during the night, during the day, always. Yeah, and I will reach it suddenly. That's what I'm talking about. The streets are literally crowded here. Literally. Yeah. And the buildings are shining. Everything is shining. Just as expected of the main street of the city. Yeah, just as expected. As expected. And so the next spot is the bridge. Yeah, my favorite spot on the way. On this way. It's also possible to make a stop at the Chinese garden, but it is on the other side of the road, unfortunately, so I'll do it on the way back home, definitely. And here I am. Definitely great. The lights were turned off a moment ago, and it means that day started. the day started. Yeah, it's great. So maybe I just can stop here and just to look ahead for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Yeah, probably it's a good idea. Probably. Because it's so empty in Cologne right now. Yeah, it's actually a perfect chance to do it in my point of view. There's actually one of the most beautiful fences on this bridge. One of the most beautiful fences on this bridge in the city, in my point of view. It's so complex. So, just like the museum, just like in the museum, but not on the street. Great, great. It was kind of expensive to produce it, I think, but it was made a long time ago, so yeah, maybe it was. Maybe it was. And so I'm moving ahead, and maybe I will make another stop, but not in the city center, somewhere ahead, I think so. Great. The idea to make a stop there was definitely great. And it became empty again. Yeah, just like it was when I started my trip. Great. I definitely like Saturdays. Definitely. I said that in the outskirts it is easier to go back home than going to the north, yeah? And the reason is because there are two slopes on the way. And on the way back home they are downwards, and on the way straight they are upwards. And I reached the second slope actually, right near the park. Yeah. And I finally reached the park. Yeah, finally. And what can I see there? That comparing to the dry streets, it's ultimately wet here. So it's even not so comfortable to move through. Not so comfortable, but possible. So let's find the bench and spend an hour here reading something. Perfect idea. But I want to find the bench somewhere inside it, because I want quietness, just like in the forest. That's why I came here. And it's easier to go on foot, yeah. Just because. And finally I'm somewhere again, yeah. And finally I'm somewhere in the deep, and the road became a bit more flat, so it is even possible to move through it on the low speed, but still. And the second problem was to find the bench, because I'm kinda not familiar with the local roads, where is it? Where can it be in the deep, in the depths? But I'll try to do it. I don't think that it will be so hard to do it. But it's great actually. Yeah. The nature is great. That's why I loved Saturdays in summer, because it stayed here literally every time, right? Every Saturday. But for some reason I stopped to do it during the autumn. And so I think it's a perfect chance to recommend this habit. Yeah, the perfect chance. And here it is on the main road, or is it even possible to call this a main road? I also remember that there are also 3 or 2 benches, but I think I will choose this one, because why not? Because they are all good, and it's so quiet here and so fresh. Yeah, definitely. So I think I will choose the left one here, the left one. Great. Welcome to the emptiness, is possible to say here. And anyway, it's time to move. ahead, and what can I say? That after an hour it became cold for some reason. I mean, spending more than 1 hour even in this weather condition kinda hard, yeah. I mean, it looks like warm, but just because it was -10 some days ago. That's the only reason, but now it's still cold. It's plus maybe 1 or plus 2 degrees. So yeah, it's still cold, but better than it was. Actually, I'm happy that I decided to spend this morning in the forest. Yeah, it's actually a great habit. Definitely the great habit to do it. Definitely the great one. So I have to get out of the park to the dry empty road, because it's so uncomfortable to move through the snow. Extremely uncomfortable. But that's definitely better. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why I didn't visit this place during the autumn, because it's kind of hard to move through it, kind of wet right there. Yeah, that's one of the reasons actually. And I finally came back to the road, and what can I see? That the crowded streets became more lively because it's 11 o'clock now, and so everybody got up and started to move somewhere. Interesting. And about the plans for a day, something between gluttony and laziness, yeah, something between them, or maybe both. Yeah, I think I will do it's actually impossible to do the laziness, to do something lazy, yeah, to do nothing and to eat. Perfect plans. So it's kinda hard to do something productive on Saturday for some reason, some sort of the weekend. Yeah, some sort of the day off in my point of view.